The thing that sparked my engineering drive the most would be 4-H. During my time during 4-H, I showed many projects there, some including photography and also cooking, but others including science and technology, like these things. 4-H encourages creativity and innovation, which are sadly missing in this world. This story spans over a time frame of 9 years and showcases some of the projects that I'm most proud of. At first, I was in 4th grade, and 4th grade is about the time where you can where you actually receive real ribbons instead of just a participation ribbon at the fair, like you'll get a blue, a red, or a white. And at first, I was skeptical of 4-H. I didn't really want to have anything to do with it. But I learned that my grandma is in the Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame, and my dad was part of 4-H for most of his childhood years. The first project that I made that year then was a circuit board. I don't have it here, but basically it was 3 separate circuits where there were you would have a power source coming in, different combinations of light switches, and then a light bulb at the end, and you have to wire them up individually so that each switch will power each light bulb on their own. This was the beginning of not only my 4-H career, but also my engineering career, and I couldn't have been more excited. The next one I made was the PCR machine, this thing. This PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction. And what this machine does is there's a light bulb in here, and the light switch controls whether the light bulb is on. You put a thing of DNA in here. It has to be a special kind of pack. It heats it up a lot, and when the DNA gets really hot and sort of excited, it will replicate itself faster than it normally does. And that was basically the idea of this one. The second one I made is this right here. This is called a Stirling engine. Now what it does is this part right here will have some ice in it, so it will be cold, and down here will be like a candle or something, a heat source, so it'll be hot down here. And basically it creates mechanical energy by the difference in temperatures between these 2 parts. It will then spin this axle. After that, I wanted to go on to something more complex. So after a couple of years, I made what's called a Beowulf cluster, and this was the poster for it. So what this does is you have multiple computers, and you have a main computer and a few worker computers, and the main computer will send different tasks to the worker computers. The worker computers will complete those tasks and then return the result back to the main computer. So essentially you can use a bunch of computers at once, even though they're technically separate entities. The next thing I made was a go-kart modification, which I don't have the go-kart here, obviously. And basically it started out as like a rally car type of look, and I completely stripped all of the roll bar and a bunch of stuff from it, and got a bunch of sheet metal and applied all that and made it look into a sort of a Formula 1 car type of look. And it was all painted and everything, and it looked really cool. But I've learned that that 4-H emphasizes creativity and problem solving, and it also is a way to motivate yourself to be creative and innovate with all your projects. Like all these projects, I would never have made any of these projects if I wasn't in 4-H. I would never even have thought of any of them. So if you have a family member who fits this description, who fits this category, maybe you can have them try it out. Who knows? Maybe their projects will help shape who they become. Thank you.